On today's Steelers Talk video, I'm going to be breaking down 5 undrafted free agents for the Pittsburgh Steelers that could end up making the final roster here in 2023. But before I get into my list, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. My promise to you guys is if you click that subscribe button and you turn on your notifications and you watch our daily videos here on YouTube, you will become an expert on the black and gold. It's just too much information. You have to learn something here if you watch the show every single day. So if you love the Steelers and you want to become an expert on the team, go ahead and click that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss any of our free videos. All right, so now let's start with some of these undrafted free agents that I think could come out of nowhere and make the final Steelers roster here for 2023. So let's start with the quarterback position with undrafted free agent out of the University of Minnesota, Tanner Morgan. Now, Morgan is somebody that's very physically limited, okay? Doesn't have great arm strength. He's not a particularly great athlete, but he's somebody that throws with anticipation. He's somebody that's generally accurate, and he won a lot of football games for the Minnesota Golden Gophers there under P.J. Fleck. And right now he's been impressive during OTAs and mini camps. Right now, he is definitely competing with Mason Rudolph to be that quarterback 3. If you'll remember, the NFL has reinstilled the rule for an emergency quarterback this year, so it's looking like Pickett and Trubisky will be the 2 quarterbacks on the final 53-man roster. But right now, Mason Rudolph and Tanner Morgan are both fighting for that emergency quarterback role. And personally, I think Mason Rudolph is one of the best emergency quarterbacks in the National Football League right now. He's somebody that started games in this league. You know, he's not going to be intimidated by going out there on the field. So it's going to be tough for a guy like Tanner Morgan, who already has those physical limitations, to come in and sneak up on him and win this job, because Rudolph does have the stronger arm. He has more experience, and generally I think he's probably the better quarterback, but we'll see over the course of training camp here if Tanner continues to impress Steelers coaches, and if he does so, he may end up the emergency quarterback for the black and gold here in 2023. But let me know what you guys think about the QB3 spot here on the Steelers roster. Who makes the roster here as the emergency quarterback? Will it be Mason Rudolph, type MR for him? Or if you think it's going to be the undrafted free agent rookie Tanner Morgan, type TM for me down in the comment section. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show, so YouTube's going to throw you an ad break here in just a sec. Take advantage of that time by answering today's pinned question. All right, another guy that could come out of nowhere here and make the Steelers roster is edge rusher David Perales. And he's out of Fresno State, and he's somebody that was a really productive pass rusher with Fresno State there in his final season there. And I think that he's going to be somebody that could sneak up on people, because he's definitely got the production to back up potentially making this team. 11.5 sacks last year, which is a very high number for just the couple of games that he played last year. Like 12 games is definitely less than the 17 that he's going to be playing with the Steelers, but 2 forced fumbles, 16 tackles for loss, which is, that's some pretty darn nice production. And apparently he's been doing pretty well in OTAs in minicamp, and he's got a shot to potentially make this roster. He does have a bit of an uphill battle, because you got TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, Nick Herbig, and Marcus Golden. Those 4 guys are pretty much for sure going to be making the team, but if they're going to be keeping a 5th outside linebacker on this roster, it's probably going to be between Perales and Quincy Roche, and David is going to have to win that battle here in training camp. But given the things I'm hearing about this kid in camp right now, it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever if he ends up making the final 53-man roster, or at least making the practice squad. So coming up here, I got more undrafted free agents that could make the final Steelers roster. But first, 4th of July is right around the corner. If you want to be repping the stars and stripes as well as the Steelers logo during your 4th of July cookout, you can go to chatsports.com/SteelersUSA to get your hands on this awesome red, white, and blue special edition 4th of July Steelers t-shirt here on sale on the Chat Sports website. It's one hell of a deal, guys. You're going to want to take advantage of this while it still lasts. So go to chatsports.com/SteelersUSA to get your shirt today. All right, another guy that has been making some waves during minicamp, OTAs, and somebody that I keep hearing come up when I have my conversations with people here is Alfonzo Graham. Out of HBCU Morgan State. So this guy's come completely out of nowhere, kind of smaller at 6 foot, 181 pounds, right? But he's somebody that consistently shows up. He had a one-handed catch on Minkah Fitzpatrick in practice a couple of weeks ago, which is absolutely incredible. And right now he is competing with Anthony McFarland for that RB3 spot behind Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren. There is a question as to just how many running backs the Steelers will carry on the roster this season. But I think that Alfonzo Graham is somebody that's making waves, and many people think that he could be the next Jaylen Warren, where he's coming out of nowhere as an undrafted free agent, and he ends up being a pretty nice depth piece for the Steelers moving into 2023. So let me know what you guys think about Alfonzo Graham. Will he be this year's Jaylen Warren, the undrafted free agent that ends up doing a pretty nice job in the long run here at the running back position? Give me a yes or give me a no down there in the comment section to let me know what you think about the undrafted free agent. All right, then a special teams ace that could make the final roster here, Jordan Byrd out of San Diego State, has really been a star of OTAs and minicamp to this point as a punt and kickoff returner, where it's looking like he could potentially make the roster as just that, just as a punt and kickoff return man. So it'll definitely be interesting to see if the Steelers are interested in carrying somebody that's only going to be a special teams return man, not somebody that's going to be a true wide receiver or a running back. He can technically play either wide receiver or running back. They've been trying him out at both positions right now when it comes to the team periods, but I definitely think he's going to be, if he makes the roster, he's going to be that punt/kickoff return man. But it's definitely going to just come down to whether the Steelers want to just simply carry a guy just for that role. So help us grow here at Steelers Talk by liking today's video. It's a free and easy way to help out the channel that tells the YouTube algorithm to push our videos out to other Steelers fans just like yourselves. So if you want to be a real one here and help us out here at Steelers Talk, go ahead and click that thumbs up icon for me right now. All right, now definitely one of the more interesting characters in the undrafted free agency class here for the Black and Gold is Monte Pottebaum out of the University of Iowa, a fullback, and he's the only fullback, true fullback, on the Steelers roster right now. Now, Connor Hayward, there's been some rumors that he might be playing a little bit of fullback this year, but Matt Canada, the offensive coordinator, doesn't really use a fullback all that much. Pretty much used Derek Watt, the Steelers fullback last year, none. Like, he barely played in 2022, so it might not make sense for the Steelers to carry somebody that's going to be a fullback this year, but it's definitely going to be interesting to see if Pottebaum can impress people when the pads go on during training camp. The Steelers have carried a fullback over the last couple of years, obviously with Derek Watt, and right now Pottebaum is the only true fullback on the roster, so he might surprise some people here, and he might be the second player on the Steelers roster this year to have a full golden mullet. Of course, Cole Holcomb has one as well, so maybe the Steelers will become the mullet boys here in 2023. So let me know what you guys think about the fullback position heading into the year. Will the Steelers carry a true fullback here for the 2023 season? Type FB if you think yes, or type NFB if you think no. All right, so to review here, my top 5 list of UDFA standouts that could make the final roster here: Tanner Morgan, quarterback; David Perales, the outside linebacker; Alfonzo Graham, the standout in OTAs and minicamp, running back; and then Jordan Byrd as a special teams specialist, as a punt and kickoff return man; and then Monte Pottebaum, guy out of Iowa, power blocking fullback here. That's going to be my list for today, guys. Really do appreciate everybody that made it to the end of today's video. Make sure you click that subscribe button for more Steelers content every single day. If you watch these videos and you still haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for, man? And then if you want some more Steelers content on Twitter, you can find me at Jack_Sperry. Really do appreciate all the support, guys. That'll be it for me today. I will see you guys later. And as always, here we go, Steelers.